Hello and welcome to this evening's webinar, Meet Your Personal Cheerleaders. My name is Katie and today I will be moderating our webinar. But let's go ahead and talk about what we'll discuss this evening and I'll cover the agenda. First and foremost, you are going to meet a few of the coaches from Judson University, and they're going to walk you through what coaching is and how it will benefit you. After that, we will have a live Q&A session where you will get answers to your specific questions. So if at any point during our webinar this evening you have a question, go ahead and click the Q&A button that's on the bottom of your screen. You can type a question into that box that'll pop up, and one of our hosts will help answer it. So speaking of our hosts, let's go ahead and introduce you to them. If we can skip ahead to slide 3. Today we are joined by 3 of Judson's finest. We have Kim Surin, our Enrollment Manager here. Kim manages the enrollment team for all of our adult degree programs. She works alongside Braelin Stockton, who is a senior enrollment coach, and Frank Villa, who is a success coach. Later on in the webinar, they are going to introduce themselves and talk about what they do. But again, like I mentioned earlier, tell you exactly how they help you with your education. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to Kim. She's going to talk a little bit about coaching here at Judson.
Hi, as she said, my name is Kim Sarin. I'm the Enrollment Manager here at Judson for our Adult and Professional Studies Division. So I have the privilege of managing a team of both success coaches and enrollment coaches who are all strongly committed to the success of our students. So here at Judson, we believe in empowering our students. We do this through our coaching approach. So think of this kind of like a personal trainer. They're going to be that person who kind of nudges you along when you need that extra push to power through a hard class, but they're also going to be there to cheer you on and offer encouragement and really just be that extra someone who can celebrate your success with you. Thanks for joining, and we're going to pass it along.
All right. So, as Kim mentioned, every potential student who comes in and has an interest in furthering education is going to be partnered with an enrollment coach. Not every person is the same. All students can have different reasons for pursuing their further education. So that's why it's important as a student in the adult program that you're matched with an enrollment coach like myself who will be able to support you and actually choosing a program that is best fit for your life now and the life that you want to have in the future. Knowing that most adult students are busy, we'll be able to work within your schedule to make sure the application process is as efficient and timely so that you can quickly be on your way towards the goal of completing your degree. And so as an enrollment coach, I am dedicated to helping you find the degree program that makes sense for your life. Many students come to Judson with prior professional and academic experiences. So, as a student, you're not necessarily defined by your past, but your accomplishments and experiences can open doors for opportunities at Judson and beyond. So, that's why it's essential for us to understand what's going on for you, what has worked for you in the past, so that we can recreate an effective degree plan and connect you with the right support resources in the program. We also understand that all students have a life outside of school. It's absolutely expected, which is why I like to take the time to connect with students and talk through their priorities. Then we can actually see how a degree program at Judson fits your life. I have students who work full time. I have students who have children or their caretakers, active members in their community or their church. So, really learning about what's important to you helps us create a realistic schedule that also includes school so that you don't have to put that off any longer. And, whether you are starting your degree mid career or you're just trying to figure out what's the best path for you, we want to make sure we walk you through what you want to accomplish. So, outlining those career and educational goals, evaluating what you want to achieve academically and professionally can help you find the drive to continue on when things get tough, but also determining what program is actually the right fit for you. Having students that come from varying backgrounds, I have helped people working in Fields of customer service or medical professions pursue their passion by earning a business degree. So we will take the time to break down your goals and really bridge the gap between your education and future career opportunities. So ultimately, I want to ensure that every student has access to step-by-step instruction throughout the application process. Applying can be simple when you always have someone to come to and answer your unique questions. So you'll be assigned to an enrollment coach like myself who will be able to do that with you day to day. This includes taking the time to gather all the important documents that you'll need to create an admissions file. It's really important that we see you as a whole student. So we want to make sure that we have every form and document needed to see that full picture. Last but not least, your enrollment coach will help you understand and complete the financial aid process. So, paying for school can seem like a daunting task for most people. However, many students use some form of financial assistance to get help with that. We want to make sure that you are informed every step of the way, including that financial piece. So, Judson applicants can rest assured in having an enrollment coach that they can connect with each day to make sure the financial assistance process is as easy as possible. And, you know, a lot of students are comforted in the fact that the larger majority of Judson students end up receiving some form of financial aid to help pay for college. So we want to make sure that you have access to as much funding as possible. As a future student, you're going to connect with your enrollment coach who will take the time to go through your options with you, to complete the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid with you. The sooner this is done, the sooner we can give you a realistic idea of your available financial aid resources. And then furthermore, we'll take the time to actually explain what that means to you, what that looks like in dollars and cents, and opportunity for investing in your further education and your long-term achievement. So you'll want to talk with us because we can help you see how a Judson degree is achievable. You're encouraged to ask questions. That's normal. Like anything, this is an important investment. So we want to make sure you can make an informed choice about every aspect of school. Using financial aid is something that most students can do. However, it is something that requires smart decisions about both academics and finances. Your enrollment coach is going to be available to talk through responsible borrowing. Financial aid is something that you must earn, and in some cases, will have to pay back. So, we want to make sure you are wise about one of your greatest investments, your education. So once you decide what is the best fit for your needs, as an enrollment coach, I am available to walk you through all of the paperwork relating to financial aid in a timely manner. In some cases, I've helped students through the process in a few days. So as long as you're committed and ready to discuss your financial aid options, your enrollment coach will be available to support you with that as well. So I'll pass it along to Frank.
Thank you, Braylon. My name is Frank Villa, Success Coach. Quick intro. I'm just another layer of support throughout your entire educational journey. I will be offering you guidance and support, cheering you on, and encouraging your progress to achieve your personal and professional goals. Co-building, necessary college skills. I will help you prepare for college, create the right mental approach, provide unique resources, and be the catalyst for good habits. You're not alone. I will be with you every step of the way. I always say this: progression over perfection and will over skill. It's a motto I've used since I was a student and carrying it on since I've been in higher education. Connecting your daily activities to your long-term goals. I want to understand the foundation and purpose of why you started this educational journey. Keeping school in your top 5 priorities is essential. You will develop a routine that best suits you. Just like anything else you want to achieve, you need dedication, grit, discipline, and good work ethic. We'll practice forward thinking and solution focused perspectives. Holding you accountable. This journey will have ups and downs, and you might lose focus and motivation from time to time, but I will always be there to help you get back on track. It's always a good reminder to write down why you started this journey, so you can always go back and reflect on it. I will remind you why this is important to you. and try to keep the big picture in sight, which is always graduation. I know how tough it can be. I like to share personal experiences, my highs and my lows, and I find commonalities and we will persevere together. For example, when I was a student, it took me 3 attempts to pass math. In the beginning, it was discouraging and wasn't really a fan of speaking on it, but I've noticed it's a commonality where a student might come across a subject matter or two where they might have difficulties. But with, the right help and encouragement, I did not let it derail my goals. Took me off the horse per se once or twice, but I did pass and moving forward. Moving into slide 10, which is building college skills, help you develop habits that lead to success. It all starts with positive thinking. No one starts a program with intentions to fail or drop. I will prepare you for each class through resources, books, materials, class expectations, and time management. We will create a roadmap for your success. Create a plan of action and weekly schedule that keeps school in your top 5 to-do list. I tell my students, the more you are in class, the more successful you will be. I will give you tips, suggestions, and of course, cheer you on in every class. It takes practice and reps to get comfortable with the navigation of Judson's support systems. The feedback I get from our students is our learning platform is very user-friendly, and I will make sure you are fluent in navigating all of Judson. For example, I had a student that was super excited to start, but also nervous because she was new and did not know where to begin. After walking her through the website and showing her where things are at, she picked it up in no time. Within a couple of weeks, her confidence grew and grew. Later down the road, she actually got her sister to start here at Judson. And the ironic thing is, she actually became her mentor. She took her under her wing and showed her all of what she's learned. It's all about paying it forward. The biggest takeaway about success and building college skills is hands down communication. I can't help you if I don't know what's going on. We work here as a unit. We'll help you communicate your concerns to the Judson staff and our faculty. Our common goal is to help you succeed and once again, get you to graduation. We use many forms of communication: phone, email, text, Zoom, Skype meetings, whatever it takes. You're not alone. Moving to slide 11, please. This is your long-term goals. I will always bring up the finish line, which is graduation. I think it's super important to always know your progression and how far you have come. It's also important to celebrate small victories. For example, I had a student that was very intimidated by math. I shared again my personal experience with math and how I too was also afraid, but with the right support and hard work, it can be achieved. With weekly calls and tailor-made resources and having an open avenue of communication with the professor, we were able to prevail. I have always said to not create math as this big monster, right? This big mountain. The idea of math is to pass every single week. And in doing so, you will pass the class. And when she did, of course, I congratulated her and commended her on her victory. I encourage all my students to ask lots of questions and pick the brains of their professors. I challenge them to apply what they learn in the classroom into their personal and professional lives. The research you do here at Judson is what's going to help you in your career. It's all about having benchmarks. For example, your next class, your next grade, your GPA, marketing yourself, creating your brand through resume and cover letter building. I encourage and help students find their own problem-solving strategies that take them from backpack to briefcase. After completing this journey, you will have a skill set and self-confidence to take on new challenges and pursue bigger dreams and goals. Moving on to slide 12, please. This is the gentle nudge when you need it the most. We will frequently contact you to ensure you're meeting your goals. We have many people in your corner devoted to your success. Having a good support system is a major pillar to your success. And again, you're not alone. Course correct. When you need additional support, in order to grow and get better, you have to be challenged. I tell my students to embrace the change, welcome challenges, and have faith in your abilities. I will point you in the right direction and help you with resources or any additional help you might need. I love building organic relationships with my students, understand their motivation, needs, wants, and their goals. I enjoy students and see them develop and evolve as they go through their educational journey. I will leave you with this. This is your story to tell. Take ownership of your college journey, cement your legacy. Your story and experience will help motivate the next generation of students. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Braylon, Frank, and Kim, for lending your expertise and walking us through the coaching here at Judson. Before we move on to our Q&A session, there are a few reminders we'd like to make. First of all, classes at Judson start year-round. However, our next start date is coming up in November, which is in just a few short days. Obviously, that's next week, but it's not too late. You can still get in. You can still apply, complete your application, be admitted, and get your education on track before the end of the year. So if you would like help applying, or if you're in the middle of applying, if you've already started your application and you need a little bit of help, give our team a call at 888-527-4728. Kim and her team are available to help you with anything from questions about your application to finding the right program for you, or helping you fill out your financial aid requests, etc. So give them a call, they'll help you out. We will go ahead and put that phone number in the chat of this webinar so that you can jot it down there. And with that said, let's go ahead and move into our Q&A portion of our webinar. This first question I am going to ask Braylon. This person says that they have been to a lot of they have been to a lot of other schools in the past, and they're not sure if Judson is right for them because they have a bunch of credit from other universities or colleges. What do you have to say to that, and who should they call if they have questions about transfer credits?
Absolutely. So first, I want to say congratulations for still feeling the motivation to continue and persist. And it's definitely possible to pursue the completion of your degree, even if you have credits from several other institutions. Judson is very generous with our transfer credit policy for our adult students. So you would definitely want to call an enrollment coach like myself who can walk you through the process of getting your transcripts in place and reviewing documents to see what we can apply towards the progress of a degree here at Judson and get you on your way to finishing out your degree program.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Braylon. So well put. Of course, we want to accept all of the credits that we can and make sure that you are given the edge, the biggest edge that you can. So give our coaches a call and they can help you out with that. Now, Frank, this question's for you. This person wants to know if their success coach can see their grades.
Yeah, great question. I do have access to your grades, your final grades specifically. I'll show you where things will be at inside your My Judson. I may not have your access to like your grades for individual assignments. However, as far as GPA and overall grades of your classes and your progress, yes, I do have access to them. And I always bring them up and encourage you and definitely celebrate those small victories.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Frank. It looks like we have one last question. And Kim, I'm going to ask you this since you are a manager over both success coaches and enrollment coaches. This person says that they work during the day and they are pretty busy with up until around 7 or 8 at night. What are the hours of coaches, and do they have office hours? How can somebody get in contact if they are busy during the day?
Yeah, great question. So we have enrollment coaches and success coaches staffed through 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we also work every Saturday from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. So we have a couple hours that we're in the office on Saturdays. Most of our appointments are done, actually, I should say all of our appointments are done over the phone to make it convenient for students so you don't have to come into the campus. We can do a lot of things by email, by text, and of course, again, phone calls, scheduled appointments that we can set up for students from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then again on Saturdays.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kim. Well, thank you everybody for your questions. Before we leave, just a final reminder that again, classes start in November. So go ahead and either submit your application or finish it up. Maybe make it a goal to do it by the end of the week, and that way you can get your education started by November. And if you have a question, feel free to give us a call at 888-527-4728. And again, that phone number is in the chat for you to jot down. And other than that, thank you again for joining. Have a safe evening, and we hope to see you in November.